Hi Queens, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. Today is Friday. It is 7:15. I just got home. I am so ready for the weekend. And I got here a little late because on my way home I stopped at a Zara. They were having a sale. And so I wanted to, check out what they had. I got a couple of things. Everything was super inexpensive because like I said, they had a crazy sale today. Um, but I was online, right? And I was like, my feet were on fire because I had my heels on. I didn't bring any flats or my walking shoes. I forgot them home this morning. So you can imagine. Like, my feet were bleeding by the time I got home. I just wanted to get home and kick off my shoes and just sit down, right? So I was online and something interesting happened. And it made me think about other things. So I was online and and I'm observing, the customers, running and getting their things and trying on, well, not trying on clothes, but like looking at clothes and sizes. And there were two sales associates on the floor. And so I see one, running around trying to like accommodate customers and answering questions and reaching for clothes or looking for a specific size for a customer. And then the other one's just like walking around like do 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 do, minding her business, looking around, taking it easy. And I just started thinking, not just at work, right, and not just in that environment, but overall. There are relationships, whether they're professional or personal, where one person just gives more than the next. And I started thinking, why is that? I mean, I can speak from my experience, right? And I wasn't in a relationship, and I was in a relationship, a long-term relationship where I just felt like I gave more than my significant other. And not that I'm throwing it in his face or anything. It wasn't, he didn't ask me to do that. It's just, I feel that that's just my nature. I, by nature, am very generous and I'm attentive and I'm nurturing. Um, and in hindsight, I don't remember him giving me or matching my level of giving. I remember him just taking and taking and taking and taking. And I'm not saying that relationship was abusive. I'm not saying that relationship was unhealthy. I think that relationship was okay. It was good for the time that we lasted, but after we broke up, I kind of felt a certain way. I felt like, what do I have to show for it? And then I started thinking, that's how it is in a lot of relationships. At work, there was a time where, it was a group of us and we had to do team projects. And the same thing, I gave my all and I gave my best, and it wasn't matched by my former colleague. And then I really started thinking, wait a minute, they're not the problem. Maybe I'm the problem. And how do I say when it's enough? Or do I say it's enough? Or do I continue being the way that I am? I don't know. That's not something that I can like just automatically switch off because that's just in my nature, like I said. But is it fair? I don't think that it's fair. And I don't think that it's nice for the person that does less or gives less, because a relationship should be 50-50. Is it always? Absolutely not. But I also think that it's what you allow. So then it makes me think, right? And from a woman's perspective, does that mean that the woman is not assertive? Does it mean that her self-esteem is low? Does it mean that she is blind by the love or the level of care that she has for their significant other? Like, what does it mean? I think everybody's situation is different. And I think that you have to do what's right for you. For me, I learned from my experiences, both at work and in my personal life, that I have to hold back a little bit. I have to allow myself to be validated by the other person. I have to give myself the space for them to show their gratitude and their love and their affection more. And so I started thinking that I'm going to pull back. I mean, I'm not in a relationship now, but I'm just saying that in the future, right? That may be something that I might want to consider. And then at work, if I should find myself in that situation again, what do I do? I mean, I would never go to the supervisor and be like, oh, so and so is not doing what they're supposed to do, because I'm not a snitch. However, I could go to that person and be like, you need to, you need to put yourself together and produce just like I am. I could do that. But with time and experience, you grow and you make changes in your behavior. And I think that that is something that I'm learning to be. I've always had a strong personality. And I've always had a strong personality. I've never shied away from a conversation. I'm the type of person that has those difficult conversations. And I don't have an issue with them. I'm the type of person, I'm not confrontational, but I don't shy away from them. I don't like conflict, but I don't mind addressing it. I've been in many situations where I've had to tell people this is what it is, as uncomfortable or awkward as it could be. I'm the type of person that just has to say, you know what? I was telling my mom the other day, right? Something bothered me at work. And I was telling my mother about it. And my mom said, no, I said to my mom, and I just had to say something, Mom, because, they're not going to do this. And then I don't remember what it was. But my mom, she was like, I don't know, just got to be careful. How you word things. You got to be careful with your language. I mean, I don't curse. I don't use profanity. And I would never, never be disrespectful to anyone in my job. But will I put someone in their place? Absolutely. And so I was telling my mom, I said, you know what, Ma? I have to say it because I'm the type of person, and I've always been this way, even when I was a child. If I'm angry or if I'm upset or bothered by something, if I don't say it, my stomach starts to hurt. I don't know if that happens to you, but my stomach starts to hurt. And there have been times where I've just ignored situations. But I don't think that it was the healthy way to handle it. And I think that the very few times that I've ignored situations, things didn't end up right. So I say all this to say that it's easier for some folks to say to the next person, hey, I'm giving more than you. I'm offering more than you. I'm performing more than you. You need to step it up. It's easier for some people to do that. But we're living in a new era, where a woman can stand up for herself and defend herself and express herself however she wants. And I promised myself, that I wouldn't do that anymore, that I wouldn't give more than the next person or the person that I'm involved with, or even a friendship. I remember I had a friendship too, where it was always me going to see her, scheduling coffee dates, once a week. Or, hey, are we meeting this week? Like, she would never look for me. She would meet me, but I always had to find, or when we went to dinner, I always had to, schedule the day and the time, and then find the restaurants, or find the cafe, or find the Starbucks or Dunkin' Donut, wherever we went. And I don't think that was cool. And I came to a point where, and then I used to travel, to the Bronx to see her during the summer when we would want to go to the beach. And I found that so hurtful because she never came into Queens. She never said, hey, you know what, let me organize the dinner this time. she wasn't a bad friend. She was a great friend. But again, I felt like I gave more. Like I made more effort to see her and spend time with her. She was my best friend for many, many years. And so I remember I resented her for some time. And I never said it because I didn't want to hurt her feelings. And I didn't want us to stop being friends. But the new Jessica would react different. The new Jessica would definitely say something. The new Jessica would tell her, listen, this time I'm going to organize it. Next week is your turn. Or in 2 weeks is your turn. Or next month is your turn. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. And that's what I was thinking about while I was online ready to pay for my clothes. I'm like, this is crazy. This happens all the time. But it's unfortunate for the person who actually gives more. Like, for example, in Zara today, like I was explaining, the two sales associates, right? So the one that was like running around, going, trying to help everybody, that's exhausting. I was tired for her. Like, I was already tired for myself, but I was tired for her. And I low-key wanted to be like, girl, let the other one work. But I had to mind my business because I wasn't there to, I'm not the manager. That would have been the manager's job to, see what's happening with their team, right? And the other one was just like, relax. And I'm pretty sure that they get paid the same thing. I'm pretty sure. So the other one's going to have a nice, night. She's not going to be exhausted when she gets out of work. She's going to go home and chill. The other one's going to be too tired. She's going to go home and go to sleep. And we don't even know if they have things to do after work or they have children to cater to. Ideally, every relationship should be 50-50, or every partner or each person in the relationship should give 50-50, right? Ideally. Realistically, it's never like that. Never like that. Usually, like in homes, the dad goes to work, the mom is, sorry, gentlemen, but it is true. Women give more, and in the home, the woman does more. The mom gets up early to get the kids ready for school, to get them dressed, to feed them, make them breakfast, make them lunch, walk them to school. Or the man gets up, gets dressed, and goes to work. Not all men, but the majority. The woman runs to get the kid after school, goes home, cooks, cleans. So yeah, I feel like, there's always an imbalance. Who gives more? In every home or every office, the debate is open because everybody's going to feel like they're the ones that are giving more, So that's just what I was thinking today. What about you? Have you ever been in that position? Have you ever been in that position at work or in your own relationship or even with family members? And how did you handle it? So with that, I'm going to read my question from my book. Where's my glasses? Where were we? What or who is the greatest love of your life? Hands down, Jesus. He is my Lord and Savior, and He is the great love of my life because I have felt no love like His. Jesus Christ is my love because He is not judgmental. He is kind. He is patient. He is warm. He is merciful. He's loyal. He's a gentleman. God will never force anything upon us. He gave us the greatest gift of the liberty to choose what we want. Now, let me speak for myself. He allows me to choose what I want to do, how I want to do it. I know what's right and wrong. And He's always in the back of my mind. Like, You know, he's deep in my conscience. You know, he's always in my ear. But I love it. I love it because he keeps me on the right path. He gives me my liberty to make mistakes. He's like, go ahead. He gives me room to do whatever I want. But I know that he's looking. I know he's watching me. And with all the mischievous things that I did as a child or as a teen, um, or whatever sins I may have committed throughout my life, because I am not perfect and I'm not a saint, he still loves me. He still loves me. He protects me. He forgives me. But he still loves me. He has his unconditional love for me. And I feel it all the time. I feel it all the time. Even when I walk down the street, you know, I told my mom one time that I walk with no fear. Like, I don't fear walking on the street. I'm cautious. I'm not going to walk in the middle of the road when it's like there's no lights or anything like that at 2 o'clock in the morning. Because I'm cognizant that it could be dangerous. But what I'm saying is that, you know, I have this sense of security when I walk because I feel safe. And the reason why I feel safe is because I feel in my spirit and my soul that he's right behind me and he's beside me and he's in front of me. That is the level of faith and love that I have for God. Jesus Christ is everything to me. Everything. He is the greatest love of my life. And with that, thank you for joining me. And who is the love of your life? And with that, I'm going to say goodnight. I'm going to go have dinner. And I will see you tomorrow. This weekend, I don't know what I'm going to get into. But I will be uploading my videos of the week. So stay tuned for that. If you like this video, this topic, or if you want to see other things on my channel, give this video a thumbs up, share, subscribe, invite others to visit my channel. Have a good night.